Alright.
Vincent! We did it!
No, I did it, Yuffie. You just stood in the corner. Or sat in the corner. Crying. Ah, shit, not again.
Vincent!
Why did this shit keep happening to me? Oh gosh, I really need to let this out. Okay. I want to rip out people's hearts. Oh yeah. And I really want to fuck you up too. Fine. Go fuck up on some other people, jackass.
Omega has awoken. And chaos has been drawn out of the shadows to serve as a counterbalance. Or so it would seem. However...
those will be
in
grinding
theory,
against each
the
other.
souls that exist inside Omega should act as a type of virtual network. It wouldn't be impossible, but maybe I could... Vincent, be grateful that I not only uploaded Lucrezia's thoughts, but her wishes and dreams as well. Uplink successful. Now commencing. SND. Just a little more. Here. Take this, Vincent.
I am redeemed. I am no longer a cock! And before I did kill him. In fact, I've killed him twice.
It's still not enough. I have to hurry, or the tissue will continue to decay.
It's interesting her mouth's not moving, but that was probably because she wouldn't have been zoomed in enough on a regular, SD screen. Standard definition.
You're using this fine specimen.
No! You're wrong! You're wrong! You're wrong! Experiment? I found it. I couldn't never again. You had his eyes. I didn't want to remember. I pushed you away, but now I realize. Not again. Not today. Vincent, did you know that your eyes are exactly like your father's?
Did you fuck my dad too?
I've done it. Born of the life stream. But instead, born was away from me. Stop!
Those animations. It's just a really short looping animation that's just snapping again and again. You conveniently had the materia that was just on the floor.
The materia I found together. What am I doing? Give it back! Give my son back!
And how is your experiment proceeding?
I don't know! I don't care! No! Let me see him! Just once! I'm so sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't take it anymore. My body. My mind. Before I go, must leave. For him. Wait. For who?
The gist I got from that is, she picked me in the end. I was never a cuck. That's what I'm going to tell myself from now on.
Who is she?
Dr. Lucrezia Crescent.
So I am to collect the data files. The fragments she left within the network?
Correct. Then you are to use that data to find the proto-materia. That is where he requires your assistance.
He? That information is unnecessary. Connect with her, Vincent. Connect with her heart.
Hello, Vincent. Huh. Something's wrong. You see, this is me. But only in a sense. It is merely a reflection created with my remaining data. The real me crumbled away long ago.
Actually, you're still alive in a cave.
Vincent, do you remember our place? Under that tree? The warm breeze on our skin. I know that it no longer exists. Things fade with time, as do many things in this world. But there are some things that we cannot let disappear. I finally realized my true feelings.
Took you long
Even
enough.
if you may never understand them. Not that I mind, though. But this isn't how it was supposed to be. I've made too many mistakes. And I've hurt you so much.
Yeah, you have.
Why did I do what I did? I'm so sorry. But I'm so happy. You survived.
Lucrezia!
That still makes me laugh. Straight into the ground.
You're late.
Sorry about that.
Not that I mind, though.
This is still the weirdest romance.
She was always like that.
what she wanted to.
So, Vincent, why don't you try telling her that yourself?
I mean, yeah, I know she's alive. While I'm not going to play the rest of the remake trilogy, his death penalty better look like this. I'm just saying, in part 3, I am going to look up what death penalty and what chaos looks like, and they better look like what they do in this game. Time to kick some fucking ass. There should be chaos in Omega. Behind me. Like nothing, asshole. You know how powerful this game actually makes Vincent? He's nearly on par, if not almost, like, they put him on the same league as Sephiroth in terms of the lore. Like, in this state with the Proto-Materia and Chaos.
Sorry about the wait.
Everything's clear over here.
They're all yours now, Vincent!
All in a day's work.
Fire. And just in time.
When did I start caring so much about what happened? The rest is up to you.
Yep, this is all centered around me. And now to be cringe.
Guess I have no choice. It's time to save the world.
Too bad they never showed Red 13 helping out at all. Maybe he was hanging out with Bugenhagen. Didn't want to, risk the old man. And now for the copyright claims to come in. Is to start looping. In terms of what I was gonna say, but I was just enjoying the music. Kind of left my mind. Oh, right, it was the emulation. I think a lot of enemies on screen, there seems to be some sort of bottleneck on the emulation that somehow, I mean, the PS2 itself on its own could get around, but in terms of the emulator, it can't get around some seeming like RAM bottleneck or CPU bottleneck that can't process enough enemies when they're on the screen, all on screen at the same time. I'm wondering if there's any means of unlocking it. Is that all of them? Yeah. I think that's what's the issue, is the emulation can only handle so many things, and I guess they haven't set up the emulator to just break its own limits, because that would probably cause a lot of bugs. But this game kind of needs it, because there's a lot of scenarios where too many enemies on screen and the game will chug like there is no tomorrow. I mean, you've seen it in the cutscenes, you've seen it. There is one level of the extra missions, which is just absolutely like, there's so many enemies on screen at the same time, and I beat it despite that, but that was mostly just down to sheer stubbornness. Now the reality is I should probably be transferring this to my gill just to be prepared for the next for the extra hard. Oh well. I can always just replay this and set it up that way. Should I stop here in the midst of that big climax, or should I go to what is ultimately just a short part? Fuck it, we'll keep going. This is the last episode. Unless I do the extra missions, if the thing hasn't bugged. Alright, well that looks... with a brain, I guess? Oh. Well, okay. Uh-huh. Oh, perfect. This one's opening. I bet that hurt. Probably put in a lot of work into that. But it's fun ruining what Hojo, tried to do. Even if Hojo himself is not a part of this. Oh, hey. Is that dual Masamune's? Well. Oh, shit. So aside from the goddess of the planet, are we like the most powerful characters here? I'll take that as a yes. Also, I guess Omega decided to accept you despite the fact that you're technically tainted, which is supposed to be the whole point? Or are you not actually being... You're not controlling Omega, you're just Omega's puppet at this point. Oh shit. I mean, I'm not staying near that. Oh shit! That's not good. Ow. Okay, we're gonna have to... You can die now. Bye-bye, Vice. Looks like an A. Yeah. I mean, that C in terms of time, I mean, I can't help that. Technically, I've been knocked out, but Phoenix down. But let's be honest, it required a game over and a retry for that, so, you know, never had to worry about that. I'd say a lot of this was dragged down by, I mean, in that one it was pretty good time and setup and all that, but even then, I did the 100 a few times, so, yeah. This thing is being stubborn.
Omega's ascending. But that would mean...
Vincent?
So, my thoughts on this. I think this... Well, okay. So this sets up a sequel, obviously, but, like, we'll see with the post-credit scene. But I think the plan was... they made Vincent extremely powerful in this game. Like, let's be honest. He was... He was way more powerful than any of the other characters in Final Fantasy VII based on this game. Like, Cloud was doing his thing and being a badass, but Vincent was demonstrated, like he was just way more powerful in this game than Cloud was. Like, threat-wise, Vincent was up there with Sephiroth in this. And then obviously put Vice in the same league. I think because they were planning to make a sequel, they realized they made Vincent too strong, and that's why this ending will show post-credits. You'll be like, ah, that's why that happened. It was because they needed to nerf Vincent for future games, because they were planning a sequel, and they thought it was probably going to be like a big, maybe even for 7-2 they would have called it, I don't know. But the whole point was, Vincent needed nerfing, because they made him too powerful, and so any new enemies who would have shown up, like Genesis, would not have been that credible of a threat because they made Vincent so stupidly strong. Because they were like, oh hey, Vincent stopped Omega. He could have probably stopped Bite, or stopped Genesis on his own. Thus, they needed, to make it where Genesis would actually be a credible threat. So, nerf the strongest guy on the good guy side, and bring in and still have Vice, I guess, get revived, but probably not with the Omega power, but still a credible threat himself to them. Because Vice without Omega is probably still roughly the same move as, Vincent. Hey look, G. There's a guy named G in the credits. Who is that supposed to be? So, yeah, that's what I think. Because now Vincent, without Chaos, is just decently powerful. Like, on par with Cloud and... honestly, I can't really think of any characters on the good guy's side who's in the same league. Like, Cloud is like S tier, and so is Vincent. Sid, Barrett, Tifa, they're all like A tier. Yuffie is... I can't really classify Yuffie because they treat her like a joke. But she was clearly not really, Nero clearly would have obliterated absolutely any character besides Vincent and maybe Sephiroth. Like, Sephiroth, I don't know, Sephiroth probably could have just killed him before he even tried. Of course, then we have to also note, we have to note the Intergrade, where they had Nero as apparently a boss there, but as far as I know, they didn't kill him or anything, or didn't defeat him, just kind of subdued him. Again, I'm not sure. Hey! Her body is still there, which means she didn't return to the planet yet, which means there is still potential sequel bait where she could come back. Remember, in Advent Children, this area was all dusty and dying and gloomy and gray.
It has been almost a week since that day. The life stream has returned to the planet.
Well, yeah.
And has begun to flow normally once again.
That implies it wasn't flowing normally for a long time.
And I have started to fill the 10-year hole in my life.
Yes.
Or at least, started to try. I've learned so much in the past weeks. Now that I realize I'm not alone, I think I may be a little stronger than I was before.
Well, you are the secondary protagonist here.
Have you heard from Cloud? He hasn't found anything. Ain't gonna make this easy for us, is he?
Well, yeah,
Vincent,
I'm extremely hard to find.
Do you remember the last words we exchanged? Do you remember our promise? Your promise to Lucrezia.
Again, weirdest romance in the series.
Go.
Even though everyone's like,
Tell
it's
her
not
how
a
you feel.
romance. They're not
Tell
actually.
her what is
There's not
truly in
actually
your
some
heart.
thing between them.
I know that you probably will never see
They're clearly
this,
hinting at it.
but I have to try. I have to believe. I've learned.
I have to question
never
their
give up
phone
hope.
system. Do they actually have satellites?
Never.
Even though they only have a barely functioning space program? Or do they have a bunch of relay towers everywhere? So they don't have satellites, they just have, you know,
Lucrezia.
just a bunch of dishes
Everything's
that
all right now.
communicate with each other.
Omega and Chaos have returned to the planet.
See? He's been nerfed. And I, apparently, you know, survived that. Or my body reformed. Either way, I'm still alive.
It was you. You were the reason I survived.
Now don't make me a cuck again.
Everyone's waiting, Vincent Valentine. I don't know why they made me come up here and get you.
I'm just glad you're not Yuffie. That would have been more annoying.
Not that I mind, though.
I wonder how long until that thing starts falling. I mean, I killed it, but, I don't think that's gonna orbit forever. So, there's gonna be a lot of unhappy people when that lands. It's inside Midgar. So is this like caves under deep ground? Because deep ground is under because there's the plates, then the slums, then deep ground. Is this caves under deep ground? They probably would have given him this outfit in Crisis Core, but the PSP probably couldn't handle the amount of crap, so they had to simplify it. Nomura is the biggest gacked fanboy.
It is not yet time for slumber. We still have much work to do. My brother.
So again, sequel that never really happened. They could still do it though if they wanted. Let's see how bad it went. Just a quick test right now. Should be fine, but we'll see. Is she far away? No. One of those things happened that glitched and caused it to. These are the extra missions. Guess I'll give it a little taste of that. Assuming it doesn't suck ass, then I will know immediately if it broke. I will know instantly if it broke based on what Vincent is holding. Okay, it didn't break. We can actually do the extra missions. Alright, so basically I just have to get to the end. Oh, shite. Balls. Alright. No, I'll do it when I do the dedicated episode. Okay, so I'm back at the beginning. Okay. Again, I have enough time. That timer is not an issue. See, I just have to get to the end, which is... yeah, you can see on the map. That's where I have to get to. Which is not hard to reach. It's just a matter of clearing the way there. And yeah, there's a lot of these. And these are honestly where the real challenge of the game is. Basically, the only things you can bring into these is the weapons you got from the story, and that's kind of it. The ammo is set, the weaponry is not set, that's the only thing. And your stats are just your level 1 stats. But the enemies are balanced around that, so it's really just about your equipment. So what you want to bring in, the typical player will just bring in probably a fully upgraded Cerberus and a fully upgraded sniper and a fully upgraded machine gun, and maybe some other bits. Actually, it'll probably not be fully upgraded, it'll just be suboptimal, and then they'll be like, oh shit, this is actually really hard. And this is not my first time through this. Again, I've beaten all of this. Like, every one of these I have actually gone out of my way and beaten. Again, I've even uploaded it on my channel. You can see, you can look it up. I uploaded the last mission of this, technically the second to last. The last one is just a bonus thing that helps with the last one, but the last real one is this one, and that one is basically where it's a gauntlet. You have to fight every story boss. Well, not every story boss. You have to fight you have to fight all the Sviets. You have to fight a bunch of challenging things, fight a bunch of Black Widow things, and just every kind of enemy, really. And you just have to go through all of it, back to back to back to back. It's fun. I've beaten it, again, because you can look it up. The video is there. The Vincent I used in that is basically on par with the one I have right now. I'm just so nervous about going through extra hard so I could unlock the Mana Soul, because Mana Soul will trivialize a lot of these where I'm like, oh look, I have magic infinitely recharging, always ready to go, which is what I want. But yeah, that's another thing for another time. I'll probably have to copy my save file a few times over just to be safe, to be like, oh, it gets corrupted? Ah, well, I have the backup, because that's what I gotta make sure to keep, is the backup of this save file. Because this save file works for the extra missions. So at the very least, I could do the extra missions with what I've got. Although I could go through, again, I could go through a few times to get a whole horde of weapons, but it is what it is. And the unlockables from this is to unlock, you know, like the event viewer, including trailers, which the trailers are unlocked by, okay, so yeah, the secrets in the story you find unlock the events in the event viewer, I believe. The official trailers are in the extra missions. The character viewers are also in the extra missions. Like most of the rewards are in the extra missions, if you want to see all this shit. And hey, Square Enix, I want a remake of this game, or let me clarify, I want the Crisis Core treatment of this game. You gave Crisis Core Reunion a lot of good shit. I played it, I beat it, I streamed it. I'm sure people can go view my old live streams of it that I uploaded. I want this game too, because I don't want to keep having to risk my save files getting corrupted every freaking time and ruining my extra missions where I can't just go back and play them again, because that's the sad thing. I've been wanting to go play the extra missions on that old save file, and I can't, because every time I try, it's just a plain vanilla Cerberus with some special little scope on it or whatever that's meant for. It's stupid. And that scope is technically, from what I know, that is from the removed easy mode, because they removed easy mode, put in normal, hard, and extra hard. Apparently there was an easy mode that was even easier than normal, and in that, Vincent started with like an auto-aim scope or something, I think. I don't know. It's available only it's in the game still, but you can only access it if your save file is corrupt and trying to do the extra missions. Anyway, regardless, you've seen a little bit of taste of the extra missions. That wasn't that hard, but I also knew how to get through that. I've done that before. Again, I'm not new to any of this, but I mean, most people viewing it will probably be like, I've never seen that before, or that stage. Huh. Even people who've probably beaten the story a few times and been like, oh, I never actually touched the extra missions. Believe me when I say that, some of the extra missions are bullshit. Like having to dodge multiple helicopters raining missiles down on you for a set time, and you have no way of and you're only on this little tiny platform and you have no real way of stopping it other than trying to shoot the missiles down, or just running around, or just trying to just pray you survive. Again, there's no way to... Anyway, point being, I've done it. I've beaten it. It's fun. You should give it a shot. Extra missions are the way to go. So yeah, fun game. Give me a remake. And be sure to like and subscribe, and peace.